on air, as they say. It's 2026. Welcome to F1 Chat Pod. Hey, we're terrible at this.
We are. Yeah.
Yeah, you haven't even said your name yet.
Did you say yours?
Yeah,
When?
at the very beginning, didn't I? Oh, no, we didn't.
I'm Jason Bryden.
I'm David Milchard.
Are you still waking up? Did you have some drinks last night?
That was my second sip of coffee. So that
Right.
might explain what just happened.
Well, I appreciate you hopping on here at 8:50 in the morning, PST. What
That's
did you
right.
do? What did you do last night?
I worked. I just did some working. It's nothing exciting. I just
You don't have to yell. Were you working like in a club or at home or?
God, to be working at a club and be 29, serving
Oh, yeah.
alcohol with, young,
No.
energetic people. God.
Yeah.
No, I was in my tiny back room with a bunch of receipts.
Oh my God. How's that going?
I'm a living example of why you should do things weekly. Just do your
Weekly?
expenses weekly or at least
Right.
monthly. Like,
You know what I'm doing? You know what I'm trying is no more expenses.
well, the best way to do that is not to spend money. Is that what you're doing? You're not spending money?
No more write-offs. I did that for 20 years. I never got the hang of it. I don't know how much tax I saved, counting up meal after meal. $40 here, $2 worth of stamps, blah, blah, blah. The heartache that there she is. Oh my God. Listen to that cackle. What's she doing? Oh, what a woman.
She's a woman.
She's what a woman.
I'd say she's a woman.
So I'm just trying it out. I'm not saying I'm going to go back. I'm just trying it out. The emotional. Now there's a face. Come on, Milky. You get to have that level of play all the time with that wife of yours.
Oh boy. Okay, we got this is people watch this, okay?
One person. So I'm just trying it. I'm seeing if is it really worth it? Counting up, trying to defend. Oh, I had drinks. Can I defend alcohol? I don't want to get audited.
Yeah, it's a good question, but I mean, I'm not super specific with it anymore. Just for the listeners. Sorry about us talking about taxes right out of the gate. It'll be over soon. I just sort of go really roughly and quickly, and I get to a certain. The numbers aren't exact. I don't go down to the penny. I'm like, where am I at? I use my credit card. I'm like, there's the number. It's just for the comedy department. We're making sure that we get a better understanding of like how shows have performed in certain markets. So we want to be really specific.
Well, you got a business now, so you have to do it. So now you
I
got
hate
Denise. Now you got. I hate it too. Now you got Denise breathing down your neck.
Yeah, I got everyone. Everyone's all over me. Everyone, it's relentless. You,
Yeah.
Rizzo, this morning at 6 a.m. licking me.
Well, why isn't Rizzo in a crate? Have you asked yourself that?
Because she sleeps in our bed like a dog should.
Boundaries. Okay.
No way.
Why are people all over you? Have you played a role in that? Have you set the tone? Are you an enabler?
When have you done your stupid psychology school?
I don't know, man. The last grade I got, maybe never.
What was your grade?
It was 76.
Well, that's not bad.
70 is pass.
Oh.
Yeah.
When did this happen?
My self-esteem, I got it this yesterday. My self-esteem isn't through the roof right now. Like, what? 76? I spent the whole first year with a 3.95 GPA. And ever since 2026, it's just been slowly.
Well, what is it your kids? Do you have to get rid of them?
It's fucking hard.
Oh.
It's just getting harder and harder. So,
I think
anyways,
what you're saying there applies to so many people today. I feel like everyone is working, like Christina's friend Julie, and she's like, I don't stop teaching and working and everything. Like everyone,
yeah.
it feels like everyone's working 13 hours a day.
Yeah, well, that's not me. I mean, it's harder academically.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I don't work 13 hours a day. I've never been good at being busy.
Oh,
I stop at 5. Today I'm going to stop at 3:30 because it's Friday.
well, maybe that's why you have no expenses. You're not doing anything.
Oh, no, I stop the school at 3:30 today, and then
Oh,
I'm going to go and drink alcohol with friends.
who?
I deserve it. Sath and Chris.
Oh boy, JB, we got to get you. We got to get
Sa-
you out of Toronto. I think it's bad for your health.
no, it's good. I haven't drank all week. I don't drink during the week, and then it's
Okay.
Martini Friday. So that's fun. And then so I'm going to go pick up Sathy, and then he's an interesting fellow. He owns a startup called Max Sold, where you use their app you might use this soon. You use their app after a parent has died. You use their app on your phone to go and document all of the belongings you want to sell. Like you're getting rid of all your mom's stuff, and then the app gives you prices, and you can adjust it, blah, 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 and then it puts it on their marketplace. And
On
then
their marketplace or Facebook marketplace?
no, their marketplace.
Oh.
Yeah, you have to be a Max Sold person. But people use it. Collectors use it. Collectors aren't just on Facebook. They use a proper.
Ah,
So
send that to me because
it's
I've
so
got a bunch of,
cool. Yeah.
I owe the government money, and I'm going to sell my comic book collection to pay for some
That's
of
a
that.
great idea. Now, Max Sold, of course, takes a bite.
No, whatever. I mean,
I don't
everyone
know how
takes a
much.
bite. And
Everyone
you know
does.
what?
Yeah.
You know, life's an apple.
Dot, dot, dot. You know?
Hey,
You
you
fill in
do,
the blanks.
you do the rest of the work.
Hey, you lift a finger, okay? I
Okay.
came up with the apple.
Speaking about lifting a finger,
Yeah.
the amount of regulation changes for this season, I've been reading more about it. It's insane.
Oh, F1. Yeah,
Yeah.
good. I haven't read a thing.
Oh, well, that's not good for an F1 chat pod.
No, but I listened to Victoria Pinkham on Naomi's cousin on the Sky
Naomi's
podcast.
cousin.
Naomi Sneakers' cousin is
Is
Pinks.
no
I told you
way.
this. I told you
Oh my
this.
God! I forget because I drink during
Yeah.
the week. I drink during the week.
And when last time I saw Naomi, she was like, "I'll get you in touch," which is such a classic Naomi generosity, which
She's sweet. Naomi's lovely.
I'm not sure would ever amount to a good thing.
Well,
Victoria would be like, "Who are these fucking jokers?"
I met in a sailboat on the Ottawa River in Deep River when my buddy Chris Dunn picked me up on my old beach where I used to live at Burke's, at the end of Burke's Road Point, at Burke's Beach. And in the sailboat was the sound boom operator for F1. He was on it for years and would tour and go to all the races and knew them all. I'm like, how the heck am I in a sailboat with you in Deep River? And you have my dream job.
You come back to me when you're in a sailboat with Victoria Pinkham. Then I'll be impressed, okay? Former boom operator, pretty good. Pretty good. I mean, there's some innuendo we can work with around boom op. But Pink's in a bathing suit. I picture her, not that her looks are a measure of her worth, but she's so good looking and talented that I picture her in a one piece. I think if you were on a sailboat, because she's a woman of a certain age, I picture her in a one piece. She may be my new mulligan, you know? Not that I need one because I'm single, but
who's Mulligan? Oh,
mulligan. Like when you're married, the one celebrity
I thought it was like a specific model. Mulligan.
No,
she's so
mine
cute.
was always Kate Winslet. What's your mulligan?
Oh, I've got several.
Well, just hit me with the top 3 then.
For years when I was younger, well, I guess it's still true now. Sandra Bullock.
Really? Sandy Bullock? From which movie?
Well, Sandra, you know what it is about Sandra Bullock is it's not just, hey JB, I'm complex, okay? She's such a good actress, and she's so funny, and she seems so delightful that I feel like I would want to spend time, like lots of time with her. You know
I
what I
love
mean?
this about you. You know, your
I'm not talking about
desire.
you, Christina.
Was he talking about me?
He was. She can't hear me.
It's just as well, JB.
Sandy Bullock. That's interesting. And you want to have a relationship with her.
Yeah.
That's the kind of mulligan. Yeah. See, mine with Kate was more about passion. I just wanted to, like,
Oh,
wreck a marriage.
wreck. Well, let's hope F1 didn't wreck the regulations.
Tell me about the regs.
Well, first of all, there's Active Arrow.
Active
Okay.
Arrow is instead of
DRS.
DRS.
Okay, now that means these guys are going to be able to change the downforce they have at all sorts of different parts and at different times on the track.
But you can't use it too much or it depletes your battery, just like a video game.
No, that's not the Active Arrow.
Oh.
No, Active Arrow is like literally, I'm going to have less front wing. I'm going to have less rear wing. I can take this corner. Like it sounds, I'm not sure if they're yeah, they can basically, there's no, like, how there was a DRS zone, that's going to be gone.
Yeah.
But
so
it's
there's
like,
no more trains.
That's what they're hoping.
Yeah.
Right.
Alonso will still find some way to
complain.
No, back up the whole pack.
Yeah. Well, he's definitely one of the best defensive drivers there is. There's no
I
doubt
wonder
about
what's going to happen with that car this year.
Well, Adrian Newey, I mean, he could make the perfect car. People are saying though that McLaren, because McLaren stopped working on their car like I think halfway through the year last year. So people are thinking that they might be all right. Because Red Bull developed right to the end. So I don't know what that means for their
Ferrari. Halfway. No. Ferrari was halfway, right? Mercedes was halfway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean, maybe now that you put it like that, maybe everyone started halfway and won't make a difference. Someone will just get it right. But historically, someone gets it right, and then they dominate.
There's so many variables. There's so many variables that it's so hard to pick a winner because there's the hope. You want some disparity. You want Red Bull to go away for a while, but then Lauren Mecchi. He's changed the culture. He got rid of Helmut.
Well, I don't know if he got rid of Helmut, but Helmut, it was, you know what, if there's...
Somebody got rid of him.
Oh, well, I mean, the silver lining is we don't have to listen to that guy anymore.
Yeah, that's a nice
But
nice
I want
change.
Christian Horner back. I want to hear Christian Horner. I mean, Christian Horner made for a great... He's, like Helmut Marko just talked like an idiot, but at least Christian Horner was like, he would spar nicely, throw some lovely darts at people.
Yeah. When's he going to come back? Sometime this year?
I don't think so. I think he's going to come back when he owns a piece of a team. I think he brings the 12th team.
Oh, the Chinese one?
I think maybe. I don't know. Whoever that 12th team is, I think he's going to be a part of it. Because everyone would be like, if I was going to get into F1 and start a brand new team, Christian Horner would be number one. Look what he did with Red Bull. Like, why would you not bring that guy on? Or if you were Alpine, let's take Alpine for example. A team that like Flavio Briatore's got to go. Like, what I saw a picture of him, Franco Colapinto and Pierre Gasly, and then there's Flavio in the middle. He's so old.
There's considerable cognitive dysfunction there.
It's like Donald Trump. It's like anybody, when they get to a certain level, maybe you shouldn't be in power.
Yeah.
Just go enjoy yourself.
I think Alpine is such a mess that Horner is like, no, I don't want to go. I don't want to come back that badly. I think you're right. I think he'd rather build something than try, unless he was assured by whoever
the stakeholders. Well, Alpine is owned by guess who's the part owner? Ryan Reynolds.
Well, it's Ryan.
Ron McCallany.
Yeah, there's the celebrity factor, but then there's others too.
Oh yeah, well, there's. I think Renault still owns. Renault
Right.
still owns the majority stake of it.
And then the other thing with the guy that was embroiled that used to be the captain.
That's good. Good journalism.
Remember him? He was a
Yeah.
nice guy.
And there was that guy that was tall but also had large hands. Remember that guy?
No, I mean the guy, who then disappeared to Dubai because his brother got into trouble.
Oh, Oliver? I know
Yeah.
exactly who you mean. And
Yeah,
he
see?
was good too because they were just starting to get good with him.
He was good, but he was under Flavio, and then suddenly he disappears, and then he shows up again. I want to know more about that stuff.
Well,
Who's
then
doing the investigative journalism around
Can you
here?
can you get on that? Can you get on that part? And
I
also,
would I would
wanna
love
challenge
to,
you.
and you've always said you'd like more of that. But all I have is Wikipedia, man. You know what I mean? Like I don't have an inside track like Peter Windsor. I don't have there's no way to get no one's talking about the interesting stuff like how MBS got unilaterally voted back in for a
Mhm.
second term because he fixed everything. Corruption is right up there at the top of the FIA of the entire sport, and there's no one with any good intel talking about it. So the opportunity is there, but how am I supposed to do anything?
AI. Get AI in there. AI.
I think that's what everybody says these days.
AI.
It's an answer for everything, including our demise.
Oh my God. Listen. If anything's good, what's going to happen is they're going to have all these rules, and because there's an engine change as well, right? And I also think this is a pretty funny thing. Think of how big Audi's balls are, because Audi's like, we'll come back in F1, but this part of the engine design, get rid of it. We don't want it. We're not going to join Formula One as long as this MGU at the turbo.
Oh, you mean they waited for 2026?
Well, they also said we're not coming unless you do this and take this out because it's not road applicable. But I'm like, that's amazing. You're not even in the group, and you've decided. Look, how bad do you want Audi? How bad do you want Audi in Formula One? We'll come if you get rid of. They literally were the ones that pushed through the MGUH, I believe it is, the turbo. Gone. That's gone.
Oh.
Because of them. That's like how powerful Audi is. Like they weren't even part of Formula One. It's amazing.
Yeah. Who owns Audi?
Well, it's the Volkswagen Group.
So they are the biggest.
They own Porsche, Audi, Volkswagen, and probably a million other things.
Yeah.
Here's the thing that I think you'll find.
Speaking of corrupt.
Yeah. Well, what? Germany in general, or?
No, the Volkswagen Group. Remember the Dirty Money series on Netflix from a few years ago? The diesel scandal?
Oh, yeah.
The clean diesel?
Yeah.
Just put the word clean in front of it.
Yeah. Isn't it amazing like that an organization, you're going to send me down Davos waters here, buddy.
Keep talking.
I know, but I don't want to get me back on Formula One, steer me right back on. But isn't it crazy, like how these big organizations like that are like, oh, this thing, we'll just do this. They're so in their own world that they think that they can get away with something, and they're all like, sounds like a good idea. Let's do it.
Yeah.
I mean, let's lie. Let's do something bad for the environment. Let's like rip people off.
Yeah.
No, we're not supposed to rip people off. We got to make money.
We're no different, other than we're less successful.
I don't rip people off.
Hold on. Then just do this thought experiment with me. And it's about F1.
This is why you have 76, by the way.
76? This is why I have 76?
As a score. You interrupted my tirade.
Oh. You interrupted my interruption. What the hell was I talking about? Victoria Pinkham.
God, she's beautiful.
Let's get back to F1.
Okay. That was your interruption. I like it.
So more on the regulations. How is Red Bull going to do with their new powertrain?
I think they're going to be average. I think they're not going to be terrible. They're not going to be great. I mean, if we're talking about making predictions, I think there's this already. There's some upsetness would be the most polite way to say it. That Red Bull, Ford, and Mercedes have come up with a way to cheat the engine regulations by having I don't know. It's too technical for me to even understand, but they test the engine at a regular temperature, but then when the engines heat up, metals are going to change shape and they're going to be able to create more pressure in the engine to create more horsepower. So everyone's upset about that now because that's not within the rules of the regulations. But it is.
It's weird that it's leaked too. Like, how do we know this stuff? It's amazing that you can have all this technology in F1 and it still all comes down to the big mouths, the flapping lips of human beings. There's only one way to solve that problem. AI. Yeah.
I don't understand how if you devise regulations, everyone knows about this, and they know that when metals heat up, they can change size physically. So why would you not come up with a rule?
Do the same thing?
And I think or come up with a rule to stop that. But I think the problem is how do you test that? You can't test and see if the engine's within regulation while the race is on. Because
does the FIA have their own test cars that they use to?
I don't think. I just think it's a bunch of people sitting around a table going, "Okay, let's make up some rules."
Are they gay?
One of them is.
There's got to be at least one
for sure.
Yeah.
You know what? That's interesting in Formula One. Like in some sports, some people's sexuality is, sort of celebrated in the sport. You know what I mean? And it's shared.
Which sport?
Well, it happens in football and hockey. Like there's some people. I shouldn't say it's celebrated, but people
there's no professional sports athletes. Not one. There's one player in the AHL. No football, no hockey, no baseball, no basketball.
Well, now I need to look that up because it was
active. There's no
active. Maybe it's
players that are out. So there's no celebrating. There's no pride in sports.
Oh, interesting. Well, then I guess we have to boycott sports. That's not very nice.
Finally, let's go see some theater and read books together.
And ballet.
Sure, I'm into
No.
ballet.
Actually, that's not true. I did enjoy ballet. Christine and I went and we saw this modern ballet at the Vancouver, at the Elizabeth Theatre. It was the Vancouver Ballet. It was really cool. Like they were doing all these weird,
yeah.
It was really neat. I could get into it.
I could get into dance. I love watching dance. First of all, you get to look at people's bodies, and you're not allowed to do that in Canada.
Yeah.
We're always, here comes the polar vortex.
Oh boy.
God, the snow and the wind.
Speaking of polar vortex.
Oh, it looks terrible out there.
There's now new fuels. You're going to like this, JB. Because the polar vortex, we have basically spring weather, global warming. It's clear. Everyone, we can't deny it. Why are we denying it anyway?
Let's enjoy it.
Formula One, they're using 50% of the fuel is waste, is recycling waste for fuel.
Two wastes.
So it's like the waste of the waste is going to be fuel.
Yeah.
How cool is that? So
that
50%,
is so cool.
So that means I don't know how. I guess Formula One's trying to be somehow carbon zero or by a certain date, like 2036 or 2030 or something crazy, where they're like everything that we make has to even out.
Why do you think that is? I mean, considering that Formula One and big sport everywhere is only about the money. It's just a business. There's no more. Everything is measured along that yardstick nowadays. Why do you think sustainability in the fuel department is so important to them?
Well, I mean, it's probably 50-50. It's probably marketing. right? Number one, they look good. People buy their cars, use our car, use our engine. Look what we do. We're better than everybody else. We love the planet. The second thing is they probably have already invested heavily in it, so there's a monetary reward at the end. Like if they've already put in millions of dollars of research into it, then you're going to want to go there,
Yeah.
right? It's like,
So it's the car companies, because there's still plenty of oil on Earth. Like we're still fighting. We're still having religious wars over oil. And yet there's this, I wonder if it's also lip service. It's like, hey, look at this over here, because in the end, we're racing cars around a track.
well, I mean, it's when you talk about like lip service and like distraction, it's like everything's a distraction, because like even when they interview, whether it's a football player, whether it's like Zach, right, from McLaren, do they ever answer anything honestly? They're only answering things, and maybe they might say something else to create a distraction, to put the focus on something else so they can do what they're doing. Like no one ever, like no, I don't think.
Everybody's been media trained up
Yeah.
the butthole.
So what's the point of the interview?
It's a really good question. That's why the Peter Windsors of the world, even though he talks a lot about the good old days, and I'm just like, I don't
He's
care
old.
what happened in 1967 in Monaco. I wish I did, because I'd understand more of your podcast. But there's only a few people that will actually speak the truth about Formula One. I bet Carlos Sr. would be a really interesting dinner guest. Carlos Sainz Sr. I bet he has some truth bombs. Like, get him and his son going about MBS and the FIA. Oh man, I bet it would be good.
Carlos has been around for a long time, and the FIA is not just Formula One. It's like all sorts of racing.
Oh yeah, that's true. Right? You're right.
It's so Carlos Sainz Senior or Sainz is it's either one or the other, and I never know which one's right. They will have their. I mean, there was some court case. A woman from Brazil or something was like going up against MBS and the FIA, saying you haven't done, like, they didn't even do like a due course. Like there wasn't even a proper process apparently.
No, wasn't it the FIA subordinate council member from Brazil was the deciding factor? Yeah. And so he fixed it. So he got his own person in there, and then it was just like done deal.
It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense that no one would be talking about it.
Well, because no one talks about anything, because they're always afraid. It feels like they're always afraid of their position, where they are. Like think about look, if we go back to like last year, Damon Hill gone, no longer. He said some stuff, people didn't like it. It was too whatever. Yeah. Which is ironic because Max Verstappen says whatever he wants to say.
Well, he used to.
Well, now he's a dad, so he's got to be responsible. But
now he says stuff like, I can't say anything because, I'm going to get in trouble.
Right. So it's like, what, Peter Wins is right. Back in the old days, people just said whatever they said. Like they pointed fingers.
I think there's an opportunity there. And I wish someone would steal this idea and go and create a YouTube channel with Formula One access, with actual broadcasters who are actually telling the truth. Now, you may eventually get your credentials revoked, but then you pivot and you become more of a Windsorian observer. But you still have all your contacts inside, and maybe you're not in the paddock anymore, but at least you don't have to suck that corporate dick, because I think there's plenty of fans out there that would be like, oh, I'll watch where the people are actually talking about what's going on rather than just platitudes and bullshit.
It's interesting because it would be very exciting, to have the curtain pulled back. Like that would be riveting. Oh my God, he totally backstabbed that person.
Yeah.
Right. And then you could, I guess that's why people like, or I guess that's why I yearn to have maybe Christian Horner back, because like he was, seemed to be no holds bar and cutthroat to do what he needed to do. I think that's probably why it was exciting, but that's what makes Max somewhat exciting when you watch him race. It's like, well,
I
he
don't
just
think
drove
they're.
that.
I still think they're towing the party line. I
I
mean,
think so.
Red Bull and MBS are tight, are so tight. Christian would say stuff about Zach, but he never talked truth to power. No, I want to see a Damon Hill, Peter Windsor. Who else? Who else would you put
Well,
on
Johnny
your
Herbert gotten a lot of crap. Although
Johnny Herbert?
Johnny Herbert has been known to ask like kind of pretty direct questions in interviews, and then he
Brundle.
got.
You could probably pull Martin Brundle away. He knows how to talk. He's so good. He threads that line. And
Yeah.
you could at least have a podcast and a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Oh, it'd be so good to actually know what's going on. Like what's happening at Alpine.
But here's the downfall with your idea, which I like. I like your idea, but here's the downfall because it doesn't matter what. Let's say it's politicians lined up at Davos in Switzerland, all these, rich billionaires and whatever investment bankers and blah blah. No one is ever going to like you asking the real questions. No one is ever going to answer them. They're always going to deflect. They're always going to deflect.
You're right. You're right. Okay, forget interviewing.
So like, how do you
just
like,
commentary?
Yeah,
just observing and just talking about the truth.
Well, why don't you start with this, JB? Because I like you were doing something last year, and I think like you don't have to do it every podcast.
We always talk about this.
The Pirates of
it doesn't matter. No one listens.
No, but you don't have to do it in depth. Just do a little bit. It was so great.
Also, you're never available.
No, don't get into that. We're going to be committed this year, and we're going to get through. I promise you.
Hey, I'd love to hear it because this is year 3.
We have not been doing this for 3
years.
years.
This is year 3, my friend. We started in 2024.
You're out of your mind. What is going on with time?
Well, I'll tell you if you want to know. I think you already
know. No, I don't
want
to know. I don't want to know why.
It accelerates the closer we are to the grave. That's a fact. So just be present. And
I got
if you're present, it actually slows it down.
I gotta move to Italy. Dolce Vita. I gotta go.
Dolce Vita. My God. Well, you're already proficient in the Italian language. Jesus Christ. No, you're building a business. You're Cadillac. You're Audi. You're building a business. It's just not as cool as cars, but it is comedy, so that's fun.
I don't understand
much.
I mean, I do. I don't understand. But what I mean is it's like the amount of the fact that people. It seems like the fact that people would rather spend $7 on a coffee, right?
Yeah. Can you believe how expensive coffee is these days?
Like,
I'm appalled every day.
Someone goes, "Yeah, I'm having $7 coffee," and someone will go like, "How much is your ticket to see a comedy show in this huge theater that probably costs thousands of dollars to rent? I can't go. It's $55. You just spent $7 on a coffee 4 times this week."
How is it going? Can you give me a report so far? How is Christmas? How is Mexico? How are your Christmas shows in Vancouver, shows in Mexico? How's it going?
Well, the Mexico, I mean, I don't know how you make money there. I mean,
the tourists aren't.
It's a tricky spot. I think people are thinking about different things. Now I think you could, but it's too much. We'll do it again. We'll try one more time. I'm always of the theory you go back and do it a second time, and then we'll see what happens. I think I'm beginning to think smaller venues are better in general, which isn't great for making lots of money. But
Milky, are you asking for my advice?
No.
Oh, fuck. I've been waiting to talk to you about smaller venues, and I thought that was my in.
No, you can talk to me about smaller venues.
Go ahead. You know.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's that. And there's also that I also think that like no matter what, people now are financially strapped. So that means you're not buying the extra pair of shoes because you don't need the pair of shoes. That means maybe you're not going out for dinner because you don't need dinner. That means I'm not spending $60 on a ticket to see comedy because I don't need comedy, but I do need to pay for car insurance. I need new car tires. Oh, I have to fix the fucking washer and dryer.
Even when you're on vacation?
Yeah, I think I think people now are on a like like they're on a
Yeah.
budget and they're like, okay, I'm gonna go to Port of Art or wherever, and I've spent $3,000 so far. I'm allowed to spend $500 on whatever.
What did you guys talk about what shows work best in Mexico in front of an expat audience?
I think the Canadian Steam Show is good for down there.
You think
Like,
it is?
yeah, I
What were
think it
your
is.
houses like?
Oh, they were small. They were like we had on average probably 35 to 40. So, no. Uh-oh.
My neighbor's cooking again.
And
Living
what?
with people. The smell just rises up.
Oh,
Living with people is a new phenomenon. I'm not into it.
right. Well,
From
like
the
when,
downstairs suite.
right.
Anyway.
Well, what are they making good food? Is it?
Oh yeah, no, you're right. She's a great cook. They're lovely people too. It's this house that's so annoying. Anyways, Pinks, Victoria
What?
Pinkham.
Oh God, I love her. So she was interviewing a good old Anthony Davidson, who's one of my favorite correspondents.
How come?
I don't know. He's precise. He's clever. He's
Yeah.
smart. He's also like when he analyzes stuff, he's not. There's no emotion. Like
Yeah.
he's also like, well, yeah, maybe this driver did cross the line. Like he's great. He's
Yeah.
awesome. And that's probably because he was a former race car driver who was in Formula One for a little bit, never made it, and probably truly appreciates what's happening. You know what I mean? Like he just is probably very grateful to be traveling around the world still.
With Formula One.
With Formula One,
Yeah.
like what a anyway. And then David Croft, who I like David Croft, but I kind of hope there's some. I kind of want a different live commentator.
He's a little less effusive than little guy
Yeah,
on F1 TV. I can't remember his name.
neither can I. That's how impressive he is. I think,
But
it's,
there's room for more. Dry it out. There's somebody else, Ben. He's good when he calls.
it's hard to. I imagine it's hard. We should, as an experiment, just try. We should watch a race and just try and be commentators to see how hard it is.
Okay, I'll be color. You call it.
Yeah, I'll call it.
Yeah.
I bet you it's way harder than me.
I'm sure it goes like this. The start, really hard.
Yeah.
To just keep talking.
Yeah.
Then for the middle 40 laps, what's hard is you've got to make a mountain out of a molehill.
Yeah, that's true.
Like they do that all the time. Oh, if the car just wiggles a bit. Oh, and look at that wiggle.
Yeah.
Losing track. And it's exhausting to listen to, let alone to do it. And then at the end, then you ramp up again. And then you got to go and stand in front of a camera and talk about how breathlessly exciting this race was.
Well, what I loved about Anthony Davidson was he did say, he goes, look, let's be honest, there were plenty of DRS trains this year, you know, and he literally used words. We had to make it sound more exciting than it actually was.
Right. Because Crofty was like, why change anything? Because the racing was so good last year.
Well, actually, it was Natalie Pinkham said there was some pretty stonking races. She was.
Oh, really?
And
then Ant was like,
well,
I mean, some of them were good.
I mean, Abu Dhabi was an example of. I mean, what made that race so exciting was potentially the world championship falling out of Lando Norris's fingertips, right? Like that. But it's not like there was passing left, right, and center.
No, the circumstances were good.
Mm-hmm. But like Formula One, it's like art in a way. Like you can't if there was passing every race, you wouldn't appreciate the passing. It's like when you watch football. I like watching a soccer game, like a true British football match, because it is hard to score. So when you truly watch a football game and you're watching it's chess
Mhm.
and they're building it up and it takes time and then it's the constant pressure and the
I
relentlessness
agree.
that makes them and then you score and then
And I
it's
think that comes from a race education. Like, the more
Mhm.
you watch, the more
Yeah.
you can appreciate it
Hmm.
because you're more attuned to it. Like Abu Dhabi, not a great race, but qualifying was
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah. Because you knew the
And
stakes.
the casual fan is like qualifying, but once you get into it, you're like, "Ooh,
Hmm.
qualifying is interesting, practice is interesting," and
Hmm.
sometimes the race is like, well, there's other stuff to look at.
Well, this is why I'm trying to read more about the regulations and trying to understand more about it because that's a whole nother facet of like intrigue because like there's new fuel, there's new engines, there's new aerodynamics. So, and the fact that they're active aerodynamics, what does that mean to certain drivers? Like, like some drivers like Max, he likes a pointy front end, right? So if there's active dynamics, and I haven't seen anyone talk about this yet, so I'm interested to hear about it. It's like, well, does that mean Max is always gonna keep lots of downforce on the front and fucking really just play with the back wing? No downforce, no, like like what does
Yeah,
that mean? Like whose driving style? How will they use the active dynamics?
yeah,
Because like someone like Jenson Button or Damon Hill, they were known as very smooth drivers.
hmm,
So they would be consistent. Alan Prost was like that. They're very like smooth, and that's what Oscar Piastri's like. So like,
yeah.
is Oscar going to have very little active? Like, is he only going to use it to pass and then get right to the point where it's like, I'm only going to do little changes? And like that means like, have you seen their steering wheels, JB? There's a million buttons and
Yeah.
windows. Now there's going to be that. Blows my mind how they can do it.
The downforce. Talk to me about that. I hear the cars will be running slower because there's less downforce.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's also something about the energy capture not being right. So I don't fully understand. Like they're saying that the cars might not run at top speed on a straight. So
Which
I
is
don't.
fine as far as television goes because you can't tell speed anyways when you're watching a two-dimensional image.
No, you can
So it
only
has to
tell.
be relative to something else. Otherwise, you're like,
Yeah,
okay.
that's why when you go see a live F1 race, that's another thing I guarantee when you see a live F1 race, it'll change your sort of it'll change your uh,
Point
enjoyment
of
of
view.
F1. You'll be
Yeah. I
like,
mean,
oh my
it's the
god,
sound to me. I remember going to an Indy race with you in Toronto a million years ago.
oh we did.
Yeah. And we were sitting on a chicane, and the sound of them
Yeah.
downshifting was, you just felt it in your nuts. It was so awesome. And then one time there was that going on, and then two F-15A Tomcats flew by. And I was just like, yeah.
Now you know.
Then it's like, now that's power. These cars are garbage. Holy fuck, that's terrifying. Death
Now,
from above.
now you know why when you go to an NFL football game and they do that, everyone goes crazy. I get it.
Yeah.
Like when you hear that,
Oh
I'm
my God, it's
by the
thrilling.
way, speaking of like being present, me and Christina are going to go to the NFC conference final to see the Seahawks play the LA Rams.
Oh, that's fun.
Not a cheap ticket.
Tell me about the
Not a cheap ticket.
finances behind that, because you owe money to the CRA,
Mhm.
and yet you're still taking care of yourself and your marriage and your interests.
Mhm.
That was your cue to start talking.
There's nothing to say. I shouldn't have done it.
Oh, so there is something to say.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, there is. There's lots of things. Actually, is everything okay? Are you being robbed? It's
Oh,
Toronto
there's
after
a
all.
cat behind me. Oh, a child came home.
Oh boy.
I forgot it's exam week.
Oh no. And how long before they're spreading their wings and they are
20, 30 years.
just you know what? I'm telling you, pack them up, take them to Italy with you. They'll live a way better life.
Here's my plan. When they go to university, I make sure that I'm living in a place where there aren't any available bedrooms for them.
That's not true, JB.
So when they come back from
No.
university, they're like, oh shit, there's no room at home. I guess I have to make it on my own.
No, you're not that guy. I've seen how
I
you
think
love them.
I
I
think that
see
would
how you
help
cook
them.
for them. I mean, I do. I can subscribe to that point of view because if you did do that, it just they're forced to get on with life.
You just have to go and do it.
Yeah.
And I mean, if they need help, I'll help them. My parents
Right.
helped me a
Right.
little. So yeah, I'm not just going to be like, you're out on the street. I still want to hang out with them. But
Yeah.
also I don't, the cat should be dead by then. So
Yeah.
I'll be free to come to Italy.
So let me just for fairness. Okay, you have an older child.
Yeah.
Who's going to reap the benefits of you still being at a house with a younger child?
Yeah.
So how it seems like a little unfair. So does that mean you have to stick around a little younger for the younger child so that it's equal?
Well, I'll just wait for him to go to university too. They both seem to want to go to university, even though I've tried to talk them out of it. But
they should they should get they should be an electrician or something.
That's what I've said. But I mean, as you can imagine, as soon as it comes out of a parent's mouth, that idea is dead to the child.
Yeah.
So I've screwed up 1,000 ways that way. I think one of them wants to go back out west. I'm not sure about the other one, so we'll see. But 5 or 10 years, and I should be able to at least, I'll be an established psychotherapist by then. I should be able to at least take my practice, move it online, and be in Europe for 3 months of the year.
Oh my God, Davey, it's going to be great.
January, February, March. Also, my parents are going to be dying, so I'm getting ahead of myself. There's plenty of stuff to do here in Canada.
JB, I think you living in a small villa in Italy with no bedrooms so your kids can't come visit is a brilliant idea.
No, I didn't mean that.
Oh, sorry.
No, like in Canada, I don't want to have a nice home for them to come home to and then just have their degree, their undergrad degrees, and be living in my basement looking for a job. No, I'll have room for them to come to visit in Italy on.
Oh, that's different. I understand.
Reading week.
Dolce Vita.
La Dolce Vita. Do you know any other Italian words?
No. I think that's the only one I need to know.
Speaking of Italy, tell me about how the race regulations are going to impact different race courses.
Well, yeah, that's a great question. I think something like Italy, Monza, I can't imagine it being any low downforce track. I think it will have a less of an impact. I think I'll have a much less of an impact because there's tracks that maybe have less corners.
Yeah.
Right. But tracks that have lots of corners and certain types of corners, like Hungary, will be interesting. Like, are they?
Azerbaijan will be interesting.
Yeah, like
street courses.
Well, that'll be easier because Azerbaijan has basically a 2 mile straight or something stupid, and then it just has like right angle corners. So I don't imagine the active aerodynamics is going to be that impactful on a track like that. I mean, it will be. But I don't, because like what's going to happen isn't everybody going to go, oh, I'm on the straight. Okay. No downforce. Now everyone has no downforce and we're just back to the same, you know what I mean?
Slowness.
But on a track like Hungary, where there's all sorts of different types of corners, someone might be like, you know what? I'm going to go with less downforce so I can have more speed and I can control the car and keep momentum. So when I come out and when I go for less downforce and they go less for downforce, I also have more speed from having less downforce in the corner.
And how's that going to affect tire performance and strategy?
Maybe people aren't going to be good at their tire management now because they're using less downforce, which creates slipperiness, which creates friction, which creates wear. Fuck, I mean, who knows, JB?
I think what'd be interesting is around pit stop strategy, especially if the FIA would stop dictating how many pit stops.
Yeah, those
if they just opened it right up. Did they do anything like that for this year?
Well, they implemented that rule for Qatar where there had to be 2 pit stops, right? Which I think was bad for the race.
Me too. I don't think it does a thing. It didn't do a thing in Monaco.
No, I think it's dumb. I think like what you want. The way you make pit stops more interesting is you have fuel management. Yeah, we're going to start the race with less fuel, and then then they can make the cars lighter. They can move, and then you can.
So you're talking about having a fuel pit stop.
Yeah,
You're bringing back fueling because right now they fill up once and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think bringing back fueling would be interesting. The chances of that are none.
Pretty small because it's expensive and also potentially dangerous. But I'll tell you, it sure is exciting when you see a bunch of people catch on fire.
The FIA is all about safety. They've improved the collar and the helmets and the roll cage, and like they just can't stop with that stuff. So there's no way they're going to bring back fueling.
Open the door to Peter Windsor's old days, drivers, better, bravery,
gas cans,
more respect. I guarantee you, if there wasn't as many safety features, certain drivers, Max Verstappen, they would not race the way that they race.
Oh, that's true. Or he'd
be dead.
He'd be dead.
Yeah, because like the way he races his car with other drivers, he has no respect for. He's like none. Still,
I think that was true in the first half of last season, but something happened with him where it really got disappointing how professional he became. I still think it has to do with the lack of proximity he had with his father, and how his father started spending way more time with Verstappen racing.
So you think because his dad went away, the aggression went away?
And I miss the old Max.
I don't.
I like bad guys in sport.
I like bad guys in sport, but I don't like when people are just driving people off the track willy-nilly without, like when he drove into.
You want Russell. Open fueling, but you don't miss Max driving George off the road. I mean, I want rivalries. I don't want everyone to be friends. I'd rather have some rivalries than open fueling. We've got a way better chance of having some proper drama. Like, where's the storylines? Bad versus good.
Well, here's the
good
great
versus
storyline.
Evil.
Max Verstappen banned for 2 races for driving into George Russell. What? Oh my God. Everyone would be angry. Everyone would be talking about it. And then when he comes back, he'd be racing even harder.
So you're saying you're okay with him driving into George. You just wanted the
I don't want any
commensurate
let me clarify my statement. I don't want any driver. It's like with the racetrack. If the track had proper curbing and or gravel and or grass or whatever, drivers that don't stay on the track, they're not abiding by the rules. You're not supposed to drive into drivers. You're not supposed to make your car hit them. You're not supposed to drive people off the track. So if you do that and you're very clear with the penalty system and the penalty is implemented right away, for instance, Max, you just drove into George Russell. We've decided they have 2 laps to decide. That is an instant penalty. You have to come in right now, serve your penalty, and now he's put back in the actual race, and then he has to make his way back. That would make the race more exciting. But because they're like, dum-dee-dum, okay, well, it's 10 seconds, apply it at the end of the race. No, Don't apply it at the end of the race. There's no end of the race. It's now, and then you have to fight back. And then you've got exciting again, maybe.
Oh, for sure. I mean, Max is a master at starting at the back.
Now maybe he still drives into people and then races back, or maybe he doesn't. Maybe he's smarter about it. I don't know. Maybe he makes a better pass.
It's 1:45. Do you have to go?
Pretty soon, but I'm activated right now. I'm excited about this Formula One season because we've got so many variables.
Yeah, it's really good. It's going to be really good. Last year was really good. I enjoyed last year. I don't mind a boring race anymore. I'm into it. I'm 2-screen. Yeah. This year, I think it's going to be more of the same. There's going to be there's going to be some changes. There's going to be that initial excitement and hype, and then it'll settle down and it'll be sort of anticlimactic. I still think we need more characters in F1. I need more personality, not less. To me, a James Vowell interesting as he is in his management style, it doesn't work for me in front of the camera. I'm going to miss Helmut saying dumb shit. I'm going to miss, what's his face?
I can see that. Let me like.
I want more Flavio.
Let's put it this way, JB. What if James Vowles, who you might seem is quite dry and not as exciting as, let's say, Helmut Marko. Now, Helmut Marko was probably suffering from, just general age and not thinking about what he was saying. So there's that.
And casual racism.
Yeah, the fact that he's an Austrian racist, perhaps, maybe. I mean, we don't know, but he did say things that seemed like it would have, potentially reflect that perspective. What did he say about Perez? He said something about Perez. Anyway.
Mexicans are lazy.
He literally said that. Like, not even like with a joke there. Like,
I live for that shit.
Anyway,
I want Grandpa in the corner.
You watch James when it gets tight and gets serious and he's at the top of the game of Formula One. You watch how clever he is and how awesome his language will be when it comes to
his language isn't awesome. He's verbose.
Wait until
he loves the sound of his own voice.
But wait until he has to play the politics of Formula One and he has to make some digs. A driver drives off his driver. You watch. Get ready. He'll be much better than you think.
You're optimistic. I once heard him say, in answering a question, he said, well, as a person and an individual, he can't stop talking.
I mean, that doesn't make sense.
He just blathers on. And I love what he's doing over there at Williams, but give me more.
Is it Carlos?
Give me more Carlos. No, give me Lance Stroll. I want some more Lance Stroll. He could be a
Are you out of here? I mean,
he's bratty. Look. He's a great driver. I expect big things from him this year. Lance Stroll on the over under. Lance Stroll to be the most improved player for 2026, and more Lawrence Stroll too. I know that he's not the team director. What is Adrian Newey doing? Dewey as being
principal? Team principal? I don't know. I mean,
if he's just going to redefine the role, fine, and delegate, but that's a weird move, man.
Get ready for boring interviews with him.
Oh yeah, he's not exactly.
I mean, I like Adrian.
What are we expecting from these nerds?
We got to get rid of Adrian. He's too good at what he does. Get rid of him. He's
unless he can bring some of the midfield up.
Yeah.
And mix it up a bit. I'm excited to see who's going to be working with Lulu in the red jerseys.
Yeah.
Who's that going to be?
I don't know.
It couldn't have been worse. Last year, I loved that stuff. I just loved the radio and how sad he was.
At one point, he said, "Are you mad at me?" to his race engineer.
I didn't like how despondent he was after the race, but yeah, I love the radio chatter. Yeah.
I mean, I
loved how frustrated both of those drivers were all the time. Lewis would just get sort of tight and quiet, and Leclerc would just be like spazzing out. I want more of that.
There's so many things I hope happen next year, which is impossible because they can't all happen. But to have Charles Leclerc consistently fighting Max Verstappen would be amazing, because Charles is great, and also Charles is passionate. It's
So the Red Bull car has to get way worse for that fight to happen,
or the Ferrari has to get way good. Yeah. Now, apparently, Ferrari has some
good luck
fuel trick up their sleeve.
I love how we're hearing about a fuel trick. This doesn't. If we know about it, how big a reveal is this going to be? I say it's going to be like the sound of a balloon deflating.
Okay, I thought you were going to say like the sound of a donut hole.
Yeah, that would have been better.
Going through it.
That would have.
Oh. JB, I'm gonna have to leave shortly. So here's my question.
Yeah.
What do we want to do to this podcast? What is 2 actionable items that we can do.
You have to be available every
Don't
week or every
hey,
2 weeks.
hey,
That's one.
hey.
Now you give me one. You just asked me, you didn't
I
like
know.
the answer, and now you're getting mad at me.
No, I'm just saying that's obvious. That's an obvious one.
Well, that's the biggest obstacle is your your busyness.
Okay. Well, I'm so sorry. That's why I bought.
What is this? What is it?
It's a little microphone and it's a
Oh,
receiver. So I just have to learn how to use it. So then that way, if I'm somewhere where I can't do a podcast, right? Like this, I got this.
so that replaces what?
The
Your regular
microphone.
microphone?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, great.
So we'll use that. But
Okay.
I think if we're
And then
gonna,
I have to do, and then I'll do one for me.
well, hang on. Let's just focus on the one that you gave to me, which was
Okay.
schedule.
Yeah.
So we want to do how many? Once a week? Yeah. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, that would be best.
Okay. So if we're gonna do once a week, great. Then that I let's do that. Now, generally for me, midweek are the best. Wednesdays.
Okay, every
This
Wednesday.
is behind the scenes, by the way. This is what people like on the internet, truthfully, and on social media. This us trying to figure out our lives.
Yeah.
So
I know this. You spelling it out makes you even older. You know? It's like saying
I like the attacks. I think
it's
what
like
people
saying fajitas. Have you heard of those?
Okay, so if we're gonna do it once a week, Wednesdays are probably the best day. Wednesdays,
Okay.
generally. Okay.
Hey, can I just I want you to know that it's okay if we don't do it every Wednesday. I know you're busy. I know
I
this.
hey,
It's not a question of your commitment. I know you love doing this. You're also doing a lot of stuff.
okay, listen carefully. Don't give me your fucking. Oh, I'm gonna make. I don't need that shit.
Okay. Okay.
So we're gonna try and stick with Wednesdays. Now I'm gonna figure out what my long-standing meeting is with the marketers. That might change. Maybe it'll have to be a Thursday morning, but I'll just let me figure that out.
Yeah.
If we're gonna do it once a week, then that leads into this. This goes to my point. I think we need a little bit more, and we've
Structure.
talked about this, just a bit more structure.
I
But
agree.
I love the idea that we're talking about anything that we want to talk about being dudes living our lives in Formula One. I love it. But I do think
You're
like,
right. You're
people
right.
aren't going to tune in. Like we need what's the hook that gets people in, right? That's
Yeah.
us talking about the whatever F1 gossip. I know other people are doing it, but our take on the F1 gossip or our take on an F1 race will hopefully be more interesting than as we say, the blandness of so many other media and YouTubers takes on it. Like there's one guy it's kind of fun to watch. I'll send him to you because he's got all this energy and he just reads all the news and the tweets with tons of energy. And that's all he's doing. He's just reading. Flavio Briatore has just come out and said, blah, 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 blah. Now, this doesn't make sense because back in 2004, like, it's hilarious. I'll send him to you. But I'm not saying we want to do that. I'm just saying, like we need to talk about what the hot topics are because that's what people are going to talk about. That's what people are going to want to watch and listen about. They want to know what they want to.
Is this a good way forward? If you take care of the structure, I'll do a pirate.
Yes.
I'll do a personality. I think it has to be a little larger than pirate because if we're doing it once a week, we're gonna run out of pirates.
I think it needs to be like it can be whatever your take is on whatever your journalistic perspective. And one month you might have one thing on a pirate. Like a pirate, and then that other one you might go deep dive into the relationship between fathers and race car drivers. So I don't know.
Oh my God! Now you're talking. Yes, that's what I want to do. I want to do like remote couples therapy for Christian Horner and Ginger Spice.
Maybe you'll just list for 5 minutes the crazy things that MBS has said about
women. They don't have brains.
Right.
That's a direct quote.
Yeah. Is it really?
He said. It was mentioned on his website and it's now been taken down. but he said on his personal website that he didn't think women should be in leadership roles in motorsport because their brains didn't work as well as men. Don't look over to your wife. Don't.
She's not around. She didn't hear that.
Stop your eyes.
That is insane.
She's right there. I just heard her.
Well,
You said she's not around.
She's not around. More coffee.
Milky, that was great catching up with you.
It's always great to catch up with you. I'm
So-
sorry that we didn't see each other over Christmas, but that's the way it goes.
Me too. Yeah. I missed a couple key people, and that's why I hate coming home at Christmas. Summer's way better. There's way more time.
Right.
To be outside. So next steps. Question mark? Your turn to talk. Next steps.
Well, let's schedule for. I know we said Wednesdays, but let's schedule for Thursday next week.
Okay. Great. Thursday next week.
And
I'm going to
I'll
put it in my calendar right now. Otherwise, I'll forget.
Yeah, I'll put it in my calendar too. Now, I'm just, as I say this,
People love this stuff.
Yeah, people love it. They love fajitas too.
Fajitas.
F1 chat pod.
Can we do 12:30 or 1 p.m. EST? A little bit later because I've got a thing.
So let's do 9:30 for now, and if you're a little bit behind, you're a little bit behind. No worries.
Okay.
I'll be responsible for up to date, right? What's in the news. So I'll always come with 4 or 5 major up to date. I mean, it might be a bit harder in the preseason because I don't know how much stuff there's going to be to talk about, but when the races, I'll be certainly bringing and you're gonna come with this nice outside journalistic perspective, covering all sorts of things. So then,
yes, I'll cover the historical, the investigative, and I'll cover that relational thing you mentioned. What?
Yeah.
What do I call
Well,
that?
like
Psychological?
Yeah, but it could be for anything. Like, what's it like being because you could delve into like, what's it like being a father to a racing driver, but also like, what's it like being, I mean, I don't know. I mean, what's it like being the team principal? I mean, what psychology do you have to have there potentially? Who knows? So anything you want. The other thing I was going to say was that I know it doesn't have to be a major part of it, but I still kind of like, oh, we're going to Azerbaijan. What do we know about Azerbaijan? Like that was
the cultural.
Fun. Yeah, like,
I'll do the cultural.
Like
yeah,
because it's like, like.
Let me add that in there. Cultural.
Speaking of which, we do need to go to an F1 race. We do. Which one is it going to be?
I mean, I think Montreal is the low-hanging fruit.
Yeah, yes, it is, but it's so popular. It's a hard one. Like Mexico, in some ways, is like it's almost easier because it's the flight is the same, like you flying there, me flying there.
That's true.
And also it's cheaper.
That's true. But it's more expensive because I have to fly. Whereas if you came out here,
I only have to. That's true.
Only you have to fly. And then if we're being fair, then I would pay for half of your ticket, or I would pay for accommodation, or so it was both of us.
Because that would be May 22nd.
It's May?
Yeah, they moved it up from June. Yeah.
Oh, right. Because they moved that stuff around, didn't they?
Yeah, and that's dangerous that they did that because it snowed in Montreal in May before. So.
Yeah.
But global warming, we're fine. They should just get rid of the enviro-friendly fuels to stop that from happening.
Okay, great.
Okay, we'll talk to you. We'll probably talk to you before that as well, just because we're friends.
I love it.
Okay.
All right, thanks, buddy. Take care. Ending the stream.
Okay, and I'm gonna fill my toilet with a stream.